Hi everyone, welcome to day 28 of the first 30 days. Today we are looking at how you can generate a client invoice in the financials section of the platform. Just like with the supplier invoices, this is a really crucial part of the platform of staying on top of the financials of your projects. So let's get started. As always, make sure you are starting the time tracking for today's work. So just like we have for the last couple of days, today we are looking at another part of the financial management of your projects. Today we are creating a client invoice, which is that kind of last part of the management of the projects. So simply by creating on the client invoice, when you click in there, you'll see a screen similar to how we've created the purchase order and the supplier invoices. Just a couple of things to note. Here you will see the client's details are pre-populated. This is the client who is nominated as that primary contact back in the project settings section. It's easy enough to change between, if you have multiple clients attached to a project, it's easy enough to go in and change who is the primary contact. And that is who the invoices will be addressed to. The invoice details are simply here, so you can put in any invoice number that you like. A lot of people who obviously are running an accounting software like Xero or MYOB or QuickBooks or whatever, the numerous other ones are, they simply take the invoice number that they've got out of Xero or that accounting platform and put it in here, so there is that correlate. The reference is really however you run it. It might be a project reference, it might be an invoice reference, so you might want to put the project number in there. Payment terms, so whatever your payment terms are. The description for the client is what are the kind of line items. So for example, if we are charging out the wet area items, now it's just a matter of adding to the invoice the items from the schedule that you want included in the invoice. So simply a matter of selecting the schedule and then going through and selecting the items. Now, only items that are marked as approved in the drop-down menus will appear in this list. So you select the items that you want and select Add them to invoice. Now, you will see here that you have the option to charge only a deposit for the item. If you do that, you nominate the amount and then set when the number of weeks for the balance payment is due. That is a reminder that comes up for you, not for the client. So that is a way that you can charge just the deposit, or you can select all. It's then simply a matter of going, okay, yep, that's what I want. That's what the invoice amount is. You are able to override that amount if for some reason you need to, but I would recommend that you don't do that because then your totals will be out. This figure that you're seeing here is the figure that is the total client price. So it's the supplier price plus any markup that you're included on the invoice. And then you just simply create the invoice and you will see that it shows up in this line here. So the real beauty of creating your invoices inside More Time to Design is that you are not having to recreate all that information again from your schedule into another platform. You're able to create the invoice directly from your schedule, which means that you are reducing the amount of time it takes to create an invoice, and it's reducing the amount of, double handling of data. Okay, so then this is what the invoice looks like that is generated from the platform. As you can see, it has your company branding on it. It has bank account details ready to take payment. You enter these details in the settings section uh, of the platform. As you can see, this is the item description that we entered. It's got your business number, date, invoice number, all of the details that your client needs. And then simply a matter of attaching, so it's downloading this, attaching it to an email. And I always generally send along the PDF schedule of the items that this invoice relates to, just so that the client has a record. But it really depends on what your workflow is and how you set that up. So that is how you generate an invoice from your schedule. It's really simple. It takes about a couple of minutes, if that. So a really quick, easy workflow where you are not having to reproduce information. And this is one of those parts of a project where there is a lot of double handling of information. So I'd love for you to have a go at creating a couple of invoices, seeing how you navigate it. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to ask me. And I will see you tomorrow for day 29.